that's true. You can actually get paid to travel to Indonesia and study the language for almost 10 months because the Indonesian government has this amazing scholarship program called the Darmasiswa Scholarship, and the applications for year 2026 to 27 are finally open. And in this video, I'll walk you through the exact process of how you can apply for the scholarship and few tips on how you can maximize your chances of winning. And honestly, I feel like it's a great opportunity for anyone who is trying to take a break from the usual life. Maybe you want to take a career break or you just want to figure your life out a little. This is a great chance for you to actually learn a language, travel to a new country, meet new people, learn their culture, and also get financial support in order to do that. For those who are new here, hi, I'm Mansi. I'm originally from India, but since past 3 years, I've been living and studying in Indonesia. I am a KNB 2023 scholar, which is a scholarship by the Indonesian government offered for international students to pursue their bachelor's, master's, and PhD. And on this channel, I share information related to scholarships, studying abroad, and personal and professional growth. So if it interests you, please feel free to stick around. Apart from that, I also provide personalized sessions like one-on-one counseling sessions for students who want to study abroad on a full or partially funded scholarship. So in order to do that, you can simply visit my website. I'll link it in the description. You can fill in your details, choose a slot, complete the payment, and I'll see you on Zoom. But it's really okay if you don't have the financial ability right now to book a personalized call with me. All the information related to scholarship applications and stuff is available for free on my channel, so you can just go through all my videos. But in case you need personal help from me, then you can decide to book a slot. Now let me get started by clearly explaining what the Darmasiswa Scholarship is. Darmasiswa Scholarship is a non-degree scholarship program offered by the Indonesian government for international students to pursue a certification program kind of, and it's basically designed for students who are interested in Indonesian language, the arts, the culture, the tradition, Indonesian traditional music, and also tourism. So basically it's a program which lasts almost for 10 to 12 months, and you get assigned or you choose a university to study in, and depending on what activities the university has, you get to join in. But apart from that, if it's like a holiday season, you can go travel across Indonesia and just have the time of your life. Now, all the information related to the scholarship can be found on the official website of Darmasiswa Scholarship, and also any other detail like the timeline, the eligibility criteria, the application process, everything is there in the guidebook. I'll link it down in the description, but also I will explain every single thing in this video, so stick to it. Now, talking about the program schedule this year, then according to the guideline, the online registration process is from 15 May until 15 June. So you have almost like 20 to 22 days to apply to this program, because the last date for application is 15 June 2026. So you gotta hurry up. But then after the online registration process is done, you're gonna have an interview and administration selection round at the Indonesian embassy or the consulate, depending on whichever country or whichever office you applied to. This round is gonna last from 16 June until 23 June. After that, your applications are gonna be sent to the universities that you selected. So the university will choose and go through your application, and they'll do an internal selection from 24th June to 30 June. During this stage, they might conduct an interview or they might just go through your application and decide to offer you the scholarship. It really depends on the university. Later on 2nd July 2026, it's estimated that the final results of the scholarship awardees will be announced. This is gonna be on the official website, and then the scholars will have to confirm their attendance from 3rd to 13th July. So if you are someone who managed to win the scholarship, you will have to confirm that you want to actually receive the scholarship and you are willing to come to Indonesia, and that timeline is going to be from 3rd to 13th June. Then depending on whoever chose to confirm the scholarship, the final announcement will be done on 14 July. So the final result will be announced on 14 July. Then from 15 July to 21st August, you'll have to do the visa arrangement. Like you'll have to submit your documents to the embassy and then they'll arrange the visa for you. Then 20 July to 21st August, you'll have to book your flights and stuff. The embassies or the universities are going to help you out with it. Then from 31st July to 14th August, you'll have a basic Indonesian language course which is going to be online. Either this is going to be conducted by the embassy or it's going to be by the university. It really depends, so that you are a bit prepared before you come to Indonesia. Then around August, there's going to be a pre-departure briefing at the Indonesian embassy. The Indonesian embassy is going to guide you through how you are supposed to navigate in Indonesia, what are the do's and don'ts, and what are their expectations from you. Then there's going to be an orientation program at Jakarta on 29th August until 31st August. So this is going to be more like a welcome party for you guys, whoever wins the scholarship. And then after that, you'll be transported to whichever university you selected, and then the lecture starts early September. So basically you will arrive in Indonesia late August. Now let me walk you through what are the things that this scholarship covers and what are the things it doesn't, because please take a note that Darmasiswa is a partially funded scholarship. So there are things which are being provided by the government, but there are few expenses which you will have to cover on your own. Talking about what the government provides, then the government is going to provide you with IDR 4.7 million monthly allowance for you to cover your daily necessities like food, transport, living place and stuff. And as someone who is living in Indonesia, I feel like 4.7 million per month is quite a decent amount for you to manage things in Indonesia. Apart from that, you will receive a book allowance of IDR 2 million. This is gonna be paid only once for you to buy your books for the Bahasa Indonesia program or whatever books your university wants you to buy. Apart from that, you will receive one-time settlement allowance of 4.7 million IDR for you to buy few necessities or basic things when you are very new to Indonesia. Also, the tuition fees is going to be covered by the government, so you don't have to pay for the tuition fees. And then for the program that's going to be held in Jakarta, it's going to be fully covered as well, so you don't have to worry about it. But what you need to cover is your flights. If you are living in India, let's say, so your flights from India to Indonesia and from Indonesia back to India once the program is done is supposed to be covered by you. Also your visa, whatever cost your visa, whatever amount your visa needs, you'll have to pay for it. And then if you want an health insurance in Indonesia, you'll have to cover it on your own or just buy one from the living allowance that's being provided. So if you need extra money, you'll have to manage it. Now let's talk about the qualifications you need in order to apply for this scholarship. The first requirement is you have to be a foreign national. You cannot be an Indonesian citizen, obviously. Second one is you should have at least completed your high school graduation, like secondary education. Third one is that there's an age restriction, which is you have to be at least 18 years old and the maximum age limit is 32 years old. Then you need to have English language proficiency certificate, be it IELTS, TOEIC, TOEFL, or any other certificate like Duolingo English test or any other certificate which proves that you are fluent in English. And then you need to have a good health condition. For this, you will have to submit a medical certificate. You just need to go to an hospital, ask them to do a regular checkup on you, tell them you want the certificate for study abroad purposes, and then they'll provide you with a certificate stating that you are fit or not to study in a foreign country. Apart from that, you need to have basic knowledge of the applied field, like whatever specialization you choose, like music, language, travel, whatever. You need to just know the reason why you are interested in it and why you want to study in Indonesia. And then you are not supposed to be an alumni of this scholarship. Also, you are not supposed to be a KNB scholarship alumni like my scholarship. If you are a KNB previous scholar, you cannot apply for this. Also, you are not supposed to be studying in Indonesia right now, nor you are supposed to be working. So this is for fresh people who want to really have a new experience. Talking about the documents that you need to submit in order to apply for this scholarship, then the first thing you need is a curriculum vitae or a CV or a resume, and the template is provided at the Darmasiswa website. So do not use a random design. Please visit the website and you'll find the template, and please design your CV based on it only. Then a medical certificate. As I said, you can go to a hospital, let them know that you want the certificate for study abroad purposes, and they'll help you out. Then a passport which needs to be valid for at least 18 months at the time of the application. Then a recommendation letter from your educational institute. So let's say you graduated high school or university, you need to provide a recommendation letter by the high school or university, and the letter needs to contain reasons why you are a suitable candidate to apply for this scholarship. Then also it's supposed to have a letterhead and signature. You can Google what a letterhead is. It's usually like a design or template used by institutes, and it's official, so you need to have it on the letter. Then you need your latest academic transcript and certificates. So depending on what your latest education was, you need to submit your mark sheets or transcripts or graduation certificate for it, but it's not necessary. If let's say you are in a bachelor's and you want to take a year off, you can just submit your last semester's transcript. It will be okay. And then you need to submit English language proficiency certificate, IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC, or any other English language certificate. Then seventh is certificates related to the applied field. Now depending on what field you apply to, there are going to be choices. So you need to provide a bit of proof why you are interested in that particular field, and it can be done using your previous achievements. Like let's say you applied for Indonesian music, then you can provide proof of certifications, like you had a certificate in music theory, or you won a singing competition like in high school or something. So just something that's gonna support your application. Then you need a photo passport, like a passport size photo, and it's supposed to be colored, and an essay about applicant's purpose of study in English or Bahasa Indonesia, maximum 500 words. You need to write a statement of purpose, like a SOP of why you want to study. Then a full body video that shows the applicant explaining his or her motivation to join the program and what she or he will contribute as an ambassador of Indonesian culture after graduating. So this program is not just for you to learn and know about Indonesia, but also the government expects you to spread your knowledge. So once you graduate, you're gonna be officially like called the ambassador of the Indonesian culture. So you just need to make a videos explaining your motives, like why you want to study in Indonesia and how you are going to contribute in order to spread the culture and heritage to your own country or abroad. So you need to make a video in English or Bahasa, and it's supposed to be 2 minutes long. Now let's talk about what your rights and obligations are going to be as a Darmasiswa scholar. Then the awardees will have the right to receive educational programs prepared by the host universities. Depending on whatever programs your university has prepared, you'll have the right to attend it. then receive the monthly allowance, which is like 4.7 million IDR per month. You'll receive once the book allowance, then a one-time settlement allowance, and then the accommodation and transportation during the orientation program. And also your university is going to assist you with finding a house or room for rent, also help you with finding a local health insurance. And then as an awardee, you will be obligated to sign a statement letter provided by the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. You will have to sign this once you have confirmed that you want to receive the scholarship. Apart from that, you'll have to inform the Bureau of Planning and Cooperation regarding the date and time of your arrival in Indonesia for pickup arrangements. So you'll be picked up by the authorities. Then you will have to arrive in Indonesia at least a day before the orientation program, and then you have to attend all the classes and programs until the end of the Darmasiswa program. And then you will have to write a tri-monthly progress report to the host universities. So every 3 months you need to write a report stating what are the activities you did, what you learned, and how you found it and stuff. Then you need to write a final report to the host universities and the MOPSE after finishing your study in Indonesia, just overall how your experience was. And then you can have an international insurance. You can apply for student visa. You need to apply for a student visa. And then you have to agree to be photographed or videographed during the program, which will be used as Darmasiswa program's documentation and promotions. And you need to complete the studies according to the program. And after completing the program, you are encouraged to attend cultural events and activities hosted by the Indonesian embassy in your country. So yeah, ambassador things. And then you are encouraged to demonstrate good performance to enhance the likelihood of increased participation from your country in the program next year. So yeah, depending on you, how you behave, your quota for the people from your country might be increased. Apart from all this, there are a few strict rules you need to follow in order to be a Darmasiswa awardee. So first thing is, you cannot alter the chosen field and chosen university once you are selected. So if you chose one field and some university, you'll have to stick to it. Second one is that you are not allowed to travel outside Indonesia unless until it is like an emergency. Let's say your parents are sick or there's a sudden death. That's when you can leave Indonesia, depending if your university allows you or no. Also, you are allowed to leave Indonesia only once during the whole program, and you'll have to stick to it because I think your visa is gonna be structured that way. It's gonna be either double entry visa or only a single entry visa, so it depends. Also, there are a few other general rules that you need to follow, like you need to follow your university's regulations, and you are not allowed to work or earn a living in Indonesia while you are on the scholarship. You are not allowed to engage in any political or criminal activities. You are not allowed to get involved with drug trafficking and stuff. Also, you need to be able to adapt and interact with the surrounding, the community and the culture. And then you are not allowed to get married. You are not allowed to be pregnant when you are on the scholarship, or else you'll have to face like serious consequences. And please take a note, this is something very serious when it comes to government scholarships here, so please be careful. And yes, if you want to know what are the university options you have, then you can simply open the guidebook. You can scroll down to the 12th section and there is a whole list of universities which are participating this year. So depending on whichever university interests you, you can do a little bit of research and apply for it. There are total 64 universities, which is a lot, but I think this is quite a good program and a good chance for you. And like I said, if you need any help from me, like personalized help from me in order to apply for the scholarship, like reviewing your SOP, your CV, or preparing you for the interview, then you can book a call with me. The link is in the description. and I'll see you on Zoom. But if you have any other simple questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll try my best to answer it. Till then, take care and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.